Well, the Chinese Communist Party is now claiming that it wants a ceasefire and it wants peace talks between Ukraine and Russia. We are marking 1 year since Russia invaded Ukraine this morning. Beijing released a 12-point document which outlines its position on the war. Ukrainian President Zelensky saying that he would welcome talks with China, calling a meeting with Beijing officials, quote, desirable. And what your take is on this China proposal. Are you buying it?
No, Maria. I think you should consider this proposal rank propaganda out of the Chinese regime. Look, China has been supporting Russia diplomatically at international institutions, blocking votes that would hold Russia accountable for its aggression. They've been supporting Russia economically by buying energy from the Russian regime. And they've been supporting Russia rhetorically. You've seen the propaganda machine of the Beijing really roll out the same kind of language that you see Putin rolling out. And not to mention, by the way, Maria, this just isn't a regime that is interested in peace at all. We rarely talk about their aggression in the space realm, in the South China Sea, against their own people. I mean, really, why would they put this plan forward right now? Probably because they hope to split the United States from their European allies, create divisions within the alliance that's supporting the Ukrainians, and to give the Russians time to marshal their forces to attack Ukraine again. That's how I read it.
But let me get back to something that you just said, and that is you're talking to clients and answering questions about the China threat. Mary, are they actually changing their behavior, or are we seeing CEOs wanting to sell their widgets to 1.4 billion people? They don't want to rock the boat with the CCP. What about investors who are pretty much funding the expansion of the Chinese Communist Party? Let's call it what it is. They're funding the expansion, buying these companies that may very well be tied to the Chinese military. You know, maybe one of those companies actually produced that balloon. So, I mean, are they actually pulling back? Or are they just asking questions?
I mean, the answer is yes. You do see actually quite a lot of companies that I talk to starting to change the way that they source goods, if they can, Maria. I mean, this is the other issue, right? If you're producing consumer goods, like or parts, let's say it's a button or a zipper, right? That's a very low margin business, and so it's very difficult to produce that at an economically viable rate somewhere else. However, if you see a total dependence on China, I mean, even Apple, my goodness, is starting to diversify out of China, although they're not doing that nearly quickly enough. Right. The companies that have total dependence are desperate to try to find alternative supplies. But look, there are investors, in particular, large mutual funds and Wall Street banks.
Yeah, exactly.
Like those are the people who are just kind of holding their noses because they know who they're dealing with and saying, I can continue to make money. Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe this will all blow over. The Ukraine thing, that'll get solved. And we can just go on making money. I think that those people and also the companies who are just, crossing their fingers, I think they're putting their shareholders at a lot of risk, because what happened with Russia, I think, can very easily happen with China. And whoever is CEO at that time is the one who's going to pay the price.
And don't forget all of the disappearances that we're seeing. CCP, you make a wrong move, you're disappeared.